Labus. I am one of the principals or owners of Foundation Development Group. And we became a franchisee in 2004 and served our first community in, I believe, late '05, beginning of 2006. My background is architecture, and I've practiced primarily in the commercial retail industry. And then my partner Carl, his background was interior design, and he had done private residential design as well as the retail side. And I really decided I had had enough of kind of working for the large corporate entity, and had become much more familiar through Carl with Epcon, and we decided maybe this is the next step in a career path that we wanted to do, something we could kind of control our own destiny a little bit, and just eventually made the decision to become a franchisee. But you know, you've been in corporate life for long enough, and you just kind of want to set out and do something on your own, and this was a unique opportunity, and we sort of we didn't necessarily seek it out, but in some cases almost like it was meant to be. There was a next step, we just didn't really know what it was, and it just kind of the dominoes fell in a certain way, and it seemed to make a lot of sense. We got into it to run a business, and it is a business that can be quite financially rewarding. I think Epcon has proven that over the years, both at the corporate level or franchisor level, as well as with the franchisees or builder partners. Epcon has provided tried and true product in terms of the home designs that are very well received, I think, about everywhere in the country. And that's really the foundation of all of this. And then you couple that with the process that we get from Epcon, and the sharing experiences, like at the sales conference this week. We all get to talk amongst ourselves and share experiences, and I often joke that I feel it's more of a cooperative than a franchise, and sometimes some of the greatest value comes from talking to your peers doing the same thing, you know, in a different market. And I think the business model remains very sound. We can't control the economy, we can't control the housing market, but we can make sure that we have the best products and the best processes to succeed in the marketplace. And I think that's really where the Epcon franchise system comes into play and allows us to, if we follow the recipe, we should be successful. We are a small business. We were operating 2 communities at one time, and that's kind of our goal, is to maybe have 2 going at any one time. And we are on site a lot, if not every day, and you really do get to know the homeowners. And there's all kinds of things that come along with that. But it really does become, in part, a large family. We've actually had 4 weddings performed in the clubhouse of our Hamilton community over about a 7-year period. And my partner and I were actually invited to go to one last Saturday night. And it's just how close you become to people. And you know, there's you follow their lives, they're kind of following you, because you're around there for a while, and we find that quite rewarding. If we don't have something, if it's not personal and it doesn't mean something, I don't think it would have nearly the value. I don't know that everybody has to approach it that way, but for my partner and I, that's certainly something that we appreciate. And I can tell you 100% that our homeowners are going through the buying process and thereafter really appreciate us being involved. And I think that we clearly make sales that wouldn't happen if we were a faceless entity. So it's interesting in that way. We really have benefited from certainly the scope of buying power we have as being a franchisee and securing materials and labor for our jobs. But we're also still a small business, and we're there interfacing with the customer on a regular basis, and at least I find that quite rewarding. I really truly believe that we have some of the best floor plans out there, and people recognize that when they walk in. So it's just that you have to kind of look at who you want to be as a franchisee. If you want to come in and maybe you're a builder already and you like the floor plans, but you come in and you decide, well, I just wanted those floor plans, and I've been doing this my whole life, you know, I don't need the rest of it. I don't think that's a very good fit. I think that there is not only the floor plans but an entire process in place and it involves the lifestyle that we provide in these communities, and it goes beyond just building homes. And I don't know, it's a multifaceted thing, and I try to have that conversation and touch on some of those elements when I have the opportunity to speak to somebody who's considering it. But at the end of the day, if it's the right fit and you understand what you're getting into, it can be quite rewarding.